million.
I give you the context.
I give you the history.
I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians, they know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and yes, these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: my intern entered one chance on her way to work. Kemi, how did that happen? How are you feeling? Oh my God, Kemi, please don't cry. Please don't cry. Come on, girl.
Okay, so I entered a bus for my house, and I have to get 7-Up first before I get to a car coming towards the side. And then the car pulled up. It looked normal because usually I don't enter cars that have all men and I'm the only female, so that I don't get waylaid or anything. And then I saw a woman and I just felt, oh, it's comfortable. And then I told them where I was going and they said I should come in. On our way to the place, on approaching Third Mainland, they started the whole conversation about the woman said she was getting down at a particular bus stop, trying to pay the driver, and then the driver was like, I can't collect that money, what do you have in the boots? And then she's like, it's my load, it's shoes and bags. And the driver was like, this woman is lying, it's not shoes and bags, this woman has money that is bigger than her in the boots.
Sorry.
And they just continued this story, but I just had this urge not to say anything about it. I kept quiet. I did as if I wasn't hearing what the conversation was about. And then the man in front would turn back and say, everybody should calm down, they should stop. And then the driver was like, she wants to go and change dollars, and why is she going to carry that kind of amount of money? Where did she see it from? And the woman started explaining that, our boss died, the allergy traveled, he did not come back, so they packed whatever was left, and they all escaped, and she decided to pick one bag of dollars. And then they asked her how much was inside, and she said 4.8 million. So on hearing 4.8 million, everybody's reactions went up, and everybody was like, well, how can you be carrying that kind of money around? How did you even get here in the first place? And they were like, let's go somewhere, look at the money, and let's share the money. So that everybody will go and change it at their different locations. I'm like, please, I'm going to Ajao. I'm not sharing money. I don't want dollars. Just drop me. And then these people were like, auntie, don't you hear what we're talking about? Don't you know that the country is hard? Everybody needs money. Blah, blah, blah. And they started shouting at me, and I just went mute. We continued moving, and when they noticed I wasn't saying anything, and I was like, please, driver, are you not going to pick another passenger? We're going to Ajabi. And then the man just got angry, and they just started shouting at me, and next thing, they opened the door and they pushed me out.
Oh no.
So when they dropped me now, I don't know the road, I don't know anywhere, and they just dropped me on the side. I could see that this was Third Mainland Bridge, but I didn't know where I was exactly, and I didn't even know where to go. So it was a man that was standing behind that noticed the way the car parked and an Hausa man, Mala or something. He came and dragged me away from that side. And I was like, I should wait, that where I'm standing, they usually rob people. It's this kind of people that I narrated my ordeal to him, and he was asking me to calm down and all. And then he asked me to stay behind because the next vehicle that I could have entered would probably be a vehicle that is doing the same atrocity. So I stood behind, I waited, and the man helped me look for a cab that was genuinely coming to the side. When I got inside, they noticed that I was all shaking, and I narrated my audio. So everybody now started saying different stories of how they've used the same line, the same motto, how they've collected people's phones. But I was lucky enough that I didn't even bring my phone out or bring money out. I just held my bag to my chest as usual.
So they didn't rob you?
They didn't rob me.
They pushed you out of the vehicle.
They just pushed me
Are
out
you
of the vehicle
hurt?
first. No, not really.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
not,
sorry,
just scared.
Kemi. Okay, sorry. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad I got to see you at work today, and you got to tell me this story, and you're sharing it with Lagos so that Lagos can be careful. And I mean, you were careful. You saw a woman in the car. That's why you got in, yeah? Oh, Kemi. Please don't cry. Okay. All right, Lagos. That was my first hard fact of the day. Second hard fact of the day. We had 8 new COVID confirmations yesterday. 4 in Rivers, 3 in Abuja, 1 in Kwara. No Lagos, but it's still not safe. So please limit your movement. Wear a mask whenever you are out and about. When you're around people, make sure you're always wearing your mask. Please wear your mask. Keep your distance from people. Wash and sanitize your hands as frequently as you can. Third hard fact of the day. You heard me on the update today. President Buhari is on a tour of Borno State. As you know, that state has been the epicenter of the Boko Haram insurgency. Now, Lagos, you are tuned in alongside 1 million other Lagosians. And you all cannot be wrong. You come here for your hard facts. We'll start with the big 3. Let's talk about Governor Sanwo-Olu opening the new Yaba bus terminal. Is that a good thing? Are you happy about it? Let's talk about it. And then let's talk about the federal executive's request to amend the NBC Act to get the power to regulate online media. And then let's talk about the Labour Ministry's 774 workers program. Do you remember that program? It turns out that thousands of those workers may still not have been paid. Now, there's Euro 2020 today, so no eyewitness, no League of Extraordinary Nigerians, no big hard fact. But hey, manage your football, because we've got the best sports team in Africa. Femi and the gang will be here bringing you back-to-back coverage of the Denmark game. But let's get started with the big 3. Again, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. Welcome to the show.
This is the Big 3.
The big 3.
On Hard Facts.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
What improvements does the Lagos transport system need? Do you think the NBC should have power over internet content? And do you think the information minister should have power over the NBC? Do you know any of the 774,000 workers who have not been paid? Are you one of them? Those are the big 3. Lagos, let's talk. Our first story is here in Lagos. Governor Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated the Yaba bus terminal. It's supposed to be a major hub in the city's mass transit system. Now, I love to talk about mass transit on Hard Facts because commuting is a big part of Lagos life. You just heard my intern's story about her own experience with commuting. Just now, she just got to work and was looking distraught, and I had to ask her, okay, what happened? And she told me. I said, okay, wait, share it on air. I'm sure there are people who have had similar experiences. But anyways, here's the deal with this new terminal, this bus terminal. It's supposed to be a nerve center for bus transport, and it's supposed to connect bus and rail. The governor says that in 18 months' time, Yaba bus terminal will be connected to the Red Line. That's that railway line that is supposed to run from Agbado to Marina and move 1 million people a day. Now, of course, Lagosians did not start hearing about rail lines and transit hubs yesterday. You've been hearing about these things for a while. These plans have been on the table. They've been talked about over and over for years. So the question is, has the Sanwo-Olu administration, in your opinion, been better able to walk the talk? Last month, the government launched the first and last mile bus project. They're supposed to be rolling out 5,000 buses in this phase. Those last mile buses are supposed to get you from your street to a major bus stop. At that bus stop, you can now take BRT that will get you out of your neighborhood and into the wider area. So if Kemi had those last mile buses, she probably wouldn't have needed to enter what's it called? She wouldn't have needed to enter a one-chance vehicle, because she would enter the bus from her street, she would enter a BRT, probably find another BRT bringing her this way. All the bus routes in your area are supposed to end at a terminal, like the Yaba bus terminal. And that terminal should connect to a train station, which lets you leave your area, go to a completely different part of Lagos very quickly, very cheaply. So that's master plan. My question now is, how is implementation shaping up? In your opinion, the implementation of this master plan, how is it shaping up in your opinion? What do you think about the launch of this Yaba bus terminal? What do you think about Governor Sanwo-Olu's promise to hook it up to the Red Line by the end of next year? And what's your take on the transportation plan for Lagos and the implementation of the transportation plan for Lagos? Women, call me on 01465 7190. 01465 7190. Men, call me on 0700 993 993 993. We've got WhatsApp 080 959 75805. WhatsApp again is 080 959 75805. Again, the number call at 0700 993 993 993. Women 01465 7190. We're streaming live on Facebook, by the way. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. So you can share your thoughts with us on Facebook as well. Nigeria Info 99.3. Hello, thank you very much for calling us. Hello. Call back if you can. 99.3. Sorry about that. Please do give us a call back. Hello. Okay. Hello. Thank you for calling us. Hello?
Hello.
Thank you for calling. You're speaking with Sandra. What's your name?
Hi, Sandra. I'm JJ calling from Ilupeju.
Hi, JJ.
First of all, my condolences. I don't know, to your intern, Kemi. I've been through what she went through, and it's a horrible experience.
Yeah.
Secondly, I've been around any serious city, any city that is serious about transportation and doesn't have a light rail. You can call it a tram or light rail or anything. Doesn't have a light rail system, crisscrossing all the major parts of the city. That place is not ready. And as far as implementation of the master plan of Lagos, I really don't think there's been any progress for the longest time. I think the BRT was the last major innovation. So, in terms of progress, all I can see is audio progress, to be honest. And it doesn't, for me, there's not much hope, for it to get better. I'm in traffic right now, and in the middle of the day, I shouldn't be seeing this much traffic on the Road.
Right.
And what's it called? Too many cars on the road,
right.
Narrow roads, and these can only be alleviated when there is a mass, a tram or a light rail that carries loads of people at a time.
Right.
People should not need to be entering cars to go from a relatively short distance. So that's what I think. I don't think there's been much progress. I don't think those last mile, first mile, last mile things are the main thing. They should be focusing as much as possible on the light rail. How to get that across all major roads or, in Lagos. I think that would help with the transportation.
So you don't believe the governor when he says in 18 months this Yaba train station will be connected to the red line?
I can only say we have to wait and see. But I don't believe someone will do for anything because they've been promising they've made such promises in the past. Seeing is believing.
Seeing is believing.
I'm an eternal optimist. I'm an eternal optimist, so I hope it comes to pass that way. But I really don't have high hopes.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling, JJ. I loved talking to you. 0700-993-993-993. If you've got WhatsApp, send us a message. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Governor Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated the Yaba bus terminal. It's supposed to be a major hub in the city's mass transit system. This bus terminal is supposed to be a nerve center for bus transport, and it's supposed to connect bus and rail. The governor says that in 18 months, Yaba bus transit will be connected to the rail line, the railway line that is supposed to run from Agbado to Marina, and it's supposed to move 1 million people a day. I mean, think about what that could do for the traffic situation in Lagos, right? Now, like I said earlier on, nobody today you begin to hear about rail and transit hubs. The plans have always been on the table. But do you think that Sanwo-Olu's administration is walking the talk? Have they been better able than the previous administrations, Ambode, Tinubu, Fashola, to walk the talk? 0700993993993. I reminded you that last month, Sanwo-Olu's administration launched the First and Last Mile Bus Project, and these First and Last Mile Bus projects are supposed to roll out 5,000 buses in the first phase, right? Those last mile buses are supposed to get you from your street to a major bus stop. That way they can phase out Okada completely, right? And these buses are supposed to get you from your street to a major bus stop, and then at that bus stop you can then take a BRT to get you out of your neighborhood into a wider area. And all the bus routes in your area are supposed to end at a terminal like the one they've just launched in Yaba. And that terminal should connect to a train station that lets you leave your area, go to a completely part of Lagos very quickly, very cheaply. So that's the master plan. How do you think implementation is going? Do you think that someone who has been better able to walk the talk? 0700-993-993. We've got Victor from Okata who says, I just want to say big sorry to Kemi, your intern. I got so emotional when I heard her cry. I'm happy she's fine. Let's stop entering private cars, especially those going from the mainland to the island. All right. Thank you very much for sympathizing with my intern. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Francis.
Welcome.
Yeah. What I want to say is that they just promise us every day they're going to fix the road, they're going to do this. All these things are just fallacies. I don't think these guys are serious about this. Look at if you come to area like Badore in Naija, you will see dustbin everywhere. The time of fashion, those things are not there. These are things that they're way away. But now, are we going back to the old system or what? You know, so these guys are not serious. These new government are not serious at all. Believe me, they're not serious. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Now, I know that some people also want to call me and share their one chance stories. If that's you, feel free to also call and share your experience with one chance, because a lot of people who are messaging me on Facebook and WhatsApp are all talking about their own similar experiences. We've got Israel Onya who says, Kemi, thank God for your safety. Michael Alofokai says, so sorry, Kemi. Lots of messages, you know. Oluwatosing Paul Olujide says, next time you hear such communication, quickly come down. That is the way they kidnap people. Thank God for your life. Well, she quickly came down, you know, as soon as she heard it. Well, I mean, they pushed her out of the vehicle. So there's that. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
I'm Shimoni. So will be big grammar too much. Do not do anything. You don't have to be big grammar and the own. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra.
How are you? What's your name?
My name is Victor.
Victor, welcome.
About Sanwo-Olu and his plan. My sister, this is the more you look, the less you see.
Okay.
Because what I think he's doing now is what Ambody have laid down. What is completing. Okay. It's what Ambody have laid. This is what Ambody wanted to do for Lagos.
Yeah, but shouldn't there be continuity?
My anger is this. Why would they push him out? Because he did not cooperate, because he did not give them money to eat. Now, this one is giving them money to eat. The last mile boy he wants to roll out. Where is the street to run the buses? Where is the road? Are the inner roads okay? That is the question we should ask. Go to the inner roads, you will see the inner roads will pull out your bomber. And that is where they want to roll out buses. They're just deceiving themselves as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
All
right, Victor, thank you very much for calling. 99.3.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
This is Sandy Baby, our president. Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
This is Godwin. Lafelo Shoro, but we are right now.
All right, Godwin, welcome.
Our greater politician by grace of God tomorrow. Well done for the good job you are doing.
Thank you.
Concerning the topic of the day, my sister heartfelt for that my sister for the experience. We learn every day. And that is good that I brought it to the public domain for more experience and to be careful security-wise every time. Now, we've had several promises. Within 6 months of its administration, the traffic, the luxury buses at the other side, you know the side I'm talking of.
Okay.
Orile, Coste, Apapa, whatever, by two, will be things of the past. Day by today, if you've not gone through that road for the first time, maybe try after this to do your surveillance and see if the 6 months of his administration has not come and gone. Any change? No. Except by grace of God, though, otherwise we will only hear stories than practicality. Otherwise, no hope. God bless you.
All right, bless you as well. Thank you, Godwin, for calling. That's my cue to take a break. After the break, we will come back and take a look at our second story. Our second story is a story you want to hear. Trust me. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. This is Nigeria Info 99.3.
Dad, it's Father's Day on Sunday.
I know that.
There's one more thing, Dad.
And what is it?
Cody and the Kids Family Fun Day on Father's Day.
Oh, wow. That means we have a place to go.
Yes, come enjoy exciting time, games, music, dance, and so much more at Cody and the Kids Family Fun Day. Date, Sunday, June the 20th. Time, 12 noon. Venue, Union Bank Sports Center, Eric Moore Junction, Bode Thomas, Surulere. Gate fee, 2,000 Naira only. Available at www.ariatickets.com or call 0806-271-0485. All COVID-19 protocols will be duly observed. Cody and the Kids is brought to you by Twin Doves Concept, powered by Nevada Bridge TV, supported by Mr. Choco, Amazing Day Instant Cereal, and Ole Backed. Media partners, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, and Nigeria Info.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The information minister wants NBC to have legal power to regulate online media content, and that's our second story on the Big Three today. So, Lai Mohammed was at the House of Reps. They're holding a public hearing on amending the NBC Act. And he says he wants an addition to the act that will require online broadcasters to apply to the NBC before they can operate. So the way Section 2 of the NBC Act is currently written, NBC has the power to, quote, receive, process, and consider applications for the establishment, ownership of radio and television stations, end quote. That's how the NBC operates at the moment. But now Lai Mohammed is asking the lawmakers to add another clause there. He said, quote, I want to add that internet broadcasting and all online media should be included in the bill, end quote. Now, what would that mean? It would mean that before you can run a website or a blog or a social media account or online service and put digital content on it like video, audio, or text, you would need to send an application to the NBC. You would need to wait for the NBC to approve. It also means that the NBC would have the power to regulate the content of your online platform, just like they have the power over local radio and television. Now, not everybody believes that this is a good idea. Let's hear from the executive director of the Institute of Media and Studies, Dr. Akin Akingbulu.
This will be injurious to civic space. We can see what has been happening in the past few weeks. And I'm happy, that the House of Representatives has tried to weigh in on that as well. Freedom of expression and media freedom in Nigeria. The inclusion of this IPTV, yes, among the classes of licenses list IPTV, IP radio, EPG, online news-related services, internet broadcasting website, over-the-top television, and any other class of license as may be determined by the commission. They should be removed. This will be enemies. This will be legal ground, for the executive to close the civic space in this country. Number 10, exercising regulatory power of sanctions over a license up to 3 times during a 5-year period should not be enough grounds to refuse license renewal. Hence, the new section 13A2B in the bill should be removed. The penalty for failure to make license renewal application 6 months to license expiration is too harsh. Hence, section 13A4 of the bill should be reviewed.
All right. So you're hearing Akin there, and I want to know if you agree with him. Do you believe that giving government the power to approve who can broadcast content online and what that content contains will shrink the civic space? He also talked about the power of the information minister over the NBC. Right now, under the NBC Act, NBC is technically independent. The minister cannot directly make decisions over how it changes the broadcast code and how it regulates. But as you heard from Akibulu, these proposed amendments to the Act would give the minister that power. And Akibulu is against it. He says it could lead to political interference. And the NBC Act isn't the only bill being discussed at the public hearing. The reps are also looking at the Press Council Bill. That's a bill that aims to affect the way that newspapers and other press institutions are regulated. And we're hearing alarm bells from NPAN, the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria. NPAN says that the reps did not invite them to the public hearing. So they're very concerned. Because you know that old saying now, you cannot shave a man's head in his absence. So NPAN is saying, how can the Green Chamber barb our head without calling us to come to the barber shop? How can they discuss a press council bill without the ownership of the press? And so again, I want to know what you think about that. Do you share their concerns? The concerns of the NPAN? Or do you think they're being dramatic? Do you think the NBC should have regulatory power over online media? Do you think the information minister should have power to direct the NBC? Do you think the newspaper owners should be concerned about this press council bill? Women call me on 01465 7190, 01465 Men call me on 0700 993 993 993, 0700 993 993 993. You can also share your thoughts with us via WhatsApp 080 959 75805. We're streaming live on Facebook. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. Hello, thank you very much for calling us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
This is Lokoye.
Welcome.
See, I just want to say something. This is what they are planning to do. Like the Lai Mohammed. Before they pass any law, please, is a minister. Can a minister pass a law without the House of Assembly?
No.
Okay, the NBC.
That's why they're doing the. That's why the person conducting the hearing is the House of Assembly, is the House of Reps. So the lawmakers are the ones doing the public hearing, and the minister went there to go and say, okay, this is what you add to the amendment that you're doing. So they are about to make the law. So he's saying, add this to the law that you're about to amend.
Okay, now I want to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
The Twitter ban that happened, how did it happen? Did they pass it through the way they want to do this? How did it happen, please? Was it passed?
No, they just announced that it's banned.
See, whether the rep likes it or not, if they want to do it today, they will go ahead with it.
Okay.
This government don't care. The reps, the senators are just there, doing nothing. This one that he went there to tell them, he's just doing that to front. You can wake up tomorrow and they fast it. There's nothing they can do. They are just rubber stamp people.
Okay. So, but say that they do. Is this something you think that should happen? Do you think that the NBC...
It should not happen. As in, it's for what now? NBC and social media. What is the business of NBC with social media?
Well, they're saying that a lot of internet platforms are broadcast platforms, and so if you're putting out content, if you're putting out digital content, they would like to be able to regulate that digital content.
If it is, all these ones are just English. Let's just say what they want is control. They want the world to know that they are in control. Anything we want to say, they don't want it. Whatever they want is what they want the world to see. I'm surprised they are even going through the refs. Honestly, they should just pass it, because we know if they do it, there's nothing they will do.
Chislopwe, thank you for calling. Johnson Tommy says, Sandra, if Jonathan had regulated social media, will Lai Mohammed and co be where they are today? Because they came to power through social media. All right, Johnson Tommy, thank you for your message. Adilike Miracle says, government should not take away press freedom. It would be disastrous if that happens. Let's talk to Olashedni. All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Hello. Yeah. Actually, I'm calling with respect to the first line, that is concerning the government position on 18 months.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah,
First story.
yeah,
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Actually, what happened is that we, the residents of Lagos, we are too much expectant.
Okay.
We have so many that we expect the government to do at a time.
Okay.
And, this thing has to be gradual. If you look at what happened recently, if they ask me during the NSAS period that can this happen, I will definitely argue that no, it's impossible for the government to achieve. Bringing out 100 luxurious buses within that period to this time, that has been achieved. 500 small, local buses that will be used within has been brought out. 500. You understand? They are new buses, not old one or not repaired. You understand? That has been achieved. It could be maybe the previous administration plan or whatever. Continuity, as we have already said, is allowed. You understand? It's for us to get the best. You understand? Then, where the problem lies is that when they say they want to do this, we should give them that benefit of doubt. That, okay, they have said this. Will it be achieved? Then we wait and see. Because as far as I am concerned, I believe out of all the states in this federation, in this country, Lagos State happens to be the one that is making at least even far above what they have budgeted in terms of revenue. Go and check. And if that is available for them, they will be able to plan very well on what they have said they want to deliver to the citizens. But the issue now is, if it has not been hijacked by the politicians or by those who believe they are more, they are bigger than the people. But if it is for the government, to do what they have promised, I think they have done well in the last few months that I've seen. They are still doing work. Work are still going on, and we are all seeing it. It's just that, when we have too many things that are going on at a time, if you look at the Ikorodu Road corridor, work is going on there, and traffic there, we will definitely feel it. We have the feeling of what is going on. That the traffic is much. This is happening. Why would they be doing this too much at a time? But by the time it ends, we will be the one to benefit. We should just take it low and enjoy the benefit of what we are paying our due taxes for. All of us are paying taxes.
All right, Olasheni, thank you very much for calling. Frank is in Ojo. Hello, Frank.
Auntie Sandra.
Good to have you on the show.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, sir.
For a long time, I have never heard your voice. You don't pick my call again. What's happening?
More people are calling, so I don't even know who is calling.
I don't know. I will be calling in other shows. You know, this is my show. This is my show, Auntie Sandra.
Sorry. This is also plenty people's show, and all of them are calling at the same time.
I'm the vice president here. Yes.
What story do you want to talk about?
Auntie Sandra, about this last boss. These are Ojo, Alaba, Ajambadi Road. Are we among Badagry Road? I have never seen any last bus here before. I have never seen Biaruti here before. Even Badagry Road, I have never seen Biaruti in this Badagry Road. Are we among? We thought about this, our lady that have this incident this morning. What are we going to do to wipe out these people in this Lagos state? We thought about this in MCF this morning. It's wrong. And women will be joining. And if she did not see that lady in that bus, she will not enter. Now, it's not good now. Now, Mohammed want to use his 5 fingers to capture over 200 million Nigerians. I don't know how possible this man thinks. I don't know how possible he thinks. I don't know how he thinks as a human being. Let him reason that people has been in that seat before him. And this country has been moving fine. So when Nigeria, let us be our brother's keeper. Auntie Sandra, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. Daramola is in Surulere. Hello, Daramola.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. President Sandra. Longest time, ma'am.
Welcome back.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Last week, Thursday, I played just a minute on your show, and since that time, I have not seen my cash.
Really? Did you give us your details?
I gave you. You personally corrected it for me.
Still on the line. Still on the line so that we can retrieve it. Still on the line. Thank you for calling to remind us. Let me take a look at WhatsApp where we have some messages. WhatsApp 080-959-75805. Lai Mohammed should be reminded that he is a public servant whose tenure will expire in less than 2 years. The damage done in Nigeria's media space is bad enough. We don't need final damage. We are tired of all this. To lead a people is not by force. David also says, sorry about what happened to Kemi, but she should thank God she escaped. It happened to one of my neighbors. She was ambushed. Her iPod and Androids were taken. Her ATM cards were taken. All her money cleared before they released her. Still en route to the island. Lagos is losing it due to so many area boys everywhere. David, thank you very much for getting in touch with us. Hi, Sandra. Those who don't have or know how to operate a smartphone are going to support this. My name is Agatha. All right, Agatha. Interesting. Sanwo-Olu is full of rhetoric without action. Remember the Apapa gridlock. I will name and shame them. Till today, nothing is done about that. I'm tired of his promises, Kenneth from Shasha says. Kenneth, thank you very much for your message. My dearest Sandra, gradually, it has dawned on everyone that Sanwo-Olu has stepped into shoes bigger than him. He's not shown anyone that he meets the expectations that has been entrusted on him. This is what happens when godfathers hold sway for too long. The people suffer at the end of the day. That's a message from Scribbler. Scribbler is in Isolo. Keno says, I'm so sorry, Kemi. Thank God you're safe. My girlfriend experienced the same thing in Lekki Phase 1. I advise everybody to get pepper spray and keep them handy always. It's very important now. I want to tell Nigerians something. It seems Nigerians are still tied to the military regime. We should stop questioning Buhari or Lai Mohammed. They are not the only ones in power. In a true democracy, Nigerians should be able to vote in the chief of the National Judicial Council. Without this, nothing will work. If the institution works, no politician will misbehave. Keno, thank you for your message. Sandra, should this even be a bill now? When Nigeria as a nation is standing on the precipice, insecurity, banditry ravaging the soul of this nation as we speak. Before this bill is meant to stand, democracy should be redefined to us. Truth be told, they won't be in the system for life. Their days in office are numbered. Enjoy your days, Sandra. I'm very curious about how very defeatist we are about this bill. I mean, It's still a public hearing. It hasn't been passed yet, and bills that are passed can be repealed. The power is in your hands. If you think that this is not good enough, you can fight it. You can challenge it. You can do something about it. Temitope is in Agboa. Thank you very much for calling us.
Thank you, President Sandra.
Good to have you on the show.
I'm really enjoying your show.
Thank you.
God will continue to strengthen you.
Thank you.
I want to contribute to the issue of Lai Mohammed, regulating social media. I don't know why people are behaving like this. You see, these are the type of people that should not even get to position. When you are in opposition, you use this social media to get to where you are. Now you are getting there, you are clamping down, using your position to clamp down on so many other things. Why are we behaving like this? Is it a sin to be appointed the minister? Do they want to kill Nigerians over everything? I think people should rise up. People should rise up and defend media. They should not allow this thing to go through. Even the members of House of Reps, I expect them to be up and doing. Don't just allow somebody to be dictating to you. That's why you are lawmakers. They should sit down and see the effect of all these things at the end of the day. Because one day they will live there. And if this law is eventually passed, it's going to have a devastating effect later on. So, President Sandra, I don't know where we are going in this country. That's my contribution.
Thank you for calling. Now, remember that 774,000 jobs program. Do you remember it? It's over, and thousands of the workers have still not been paid. That's our third story. Daily Trust has been covering this story, and I want to take you back to last year when the federal government said that it would provide temporary manual labor jobs to 1,000 people in every local government area through the National Directorate of Employment. We had Festus Keyamo on the Morning Crossfire explaining what that program was about. We had that fight between Labour Ministry and the National Assembly over who should control the program and who should choose the labourers. But anyway, the program finally kicked off in February 2021. It ran for 3 months. Each worker was meant to get 20,000 naira per month, so 60,000 naira total. But now Daily Trust says that in a lot of states, the workers have still not been paid. They're quoting the NDE office in Oyo State as saying that only 30% of the workers in the state have been paid. They're also quoting the NDE in Kaduna as saying that the problem is coming from the banks. Apparently, the banks are having difficulties processing the payments. In Cross River State, the NDE says that they don't know how many people registered for the program and they don't know how many have been paid. They don't know in Cross River. Now, whenever we've talked about this program in the past, there's been a lot of skepticism. A lot of you said the program wouldn't work, or the money did not make sense, or that the selection process was bad, or that there was too much corruption, too much room for corruption. So now that we're getting these reports, I'm really curious what you have to say. Do you know anybody who took part in the 774,000 jobs program? Do you know anybody? Do you know if they've been paid? Did you take part? Did you benefit? Have you been paid? Do you believe that this program made a positive impact? And what do you think about the NDE in Cross River saying that they don't know how many people are in the program? Women call me on 01465 7190. 01465 7190. Men call me on 0700 993 993 993. Solomon Esene says, frankly, there's a positive side to this. Considering the current political and economic state of the nation, I would suggest the government works on stabilizing the economy. Erusiafe Caleb says, Sandra, this is not what the government promised, that they can fix. They should fix what they promised. Okay. Daniel Adadu says Mr. Lai should just tell us to submit our phones to him or the NBC. They want to control social media just like they're doing to radio and TV. 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
My name is Chooks. I'm calling from Owerri.
Welcome,
Listening
Chooks.
to your app.
From Owerri. Good to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Please, I want to talk about Lai Mohammed.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Sandra, you know, when we want to regulate the social media, who will regulate Lai Mohammed? Who will regulate him?
Okay.
You know, we know this, our present leaders or present party, they like comparing themselves with the past administration. Now, let's look at it appointment by appointment. Look at the former minister of information, Dora Akunyili. Sandra, did we see anything like this?
Akunyili wasn't Minister for Information.
Dora Akunyili.
No, she was not. She was health. She was a DG for NAFDAC.
No, she was first NAFDAC before she was given the minister. Her last appointment was Minister of Information.
Oh yeah. True. Okay. Yes, under Jonathan. Yes.
Under Jonathan. Did you see this kind of arrogance? Did you see this kind of thing? So let us forget about comparing general. Let's look at it individually by individual. Look at how Lai Mohammed, look at everything about him. Very irritating compared to the former Minister of Information. Compared to her predecessor, he should be ashamed of himself. He should be. Nigeria doesn't have anything. We don't have any Minister of Information. All we have is Minister of Propaganda and Lies. That's my own contribution. Thanks.
All right. Thank you for calling. Samuel is in Maryland. Hello, Samuel.
I'm fine. Thank you, man.
Thank you for calling us. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I want to say is...
Can you have somebody turn the radio off? Go ahead.
Yeah. What I want to say is concerning what Lai Mohammed is all about doing, concerning what they have mission, how to control we, the young ones. They doesn't even want us to have say anymore. Well, I have the opportunity to work in a government startup for more than 10 years before switching.
Okay.
I discovered that once you are with them, they doesn't want you people to have anything to say against their whatever they are doing. That is just the thing.
Okay.
So anybody that they discover that is working in a way to favor the fellow masses with the Nigerians, they find a way to take you out of the system. So now they see that some of the radio station, TV station, that they discover that they are opening people's eyes to all these things that they are doing. I see that they start showing them. They also fine, except those one that is in cooperation with them. They leave them alone. So now they want it in the way that if we that is trying to use the social media to make another source of income for our family, for ourselves, to help others, whatever we want to do now, we first of all need to get approval for them. There's no job. There's no way you people are helping us. Then why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You don't even think about others. Everything you think about is you alone. Why? You have to remember, one day you are going to leave this place. Someone else is going to sit on that seat. Think about the coming generation after you people. Our fathers have suffered enough. We, the new generation that is coming now, we continue suffering. Are we going to continue this? You are comparing yourself with other countries, China. In comparison, Nigeria is not up to 20% to China. Then why are you now trying to bring in some type of rules, regulations that they are using in their country down to Nigeria? It's not possible. It's not done anywhere.
All right, Samuel. Thank you very much for calling. Very sober reflection from Samuel there. If you just tuned in, we've talked about Governor Sanwo-Olu opening the new Yaba bus terminal. I was asking you if you thought that Governor Sanwo-Olu was doing better with the implementation of the Lagos Transportation Master Plan than his predecessors. What do you think about the launch of the Yaba bus terminal? What do you think about his promise to hook it up to the Red Line by the end of next year? And what do you think about the transportation plan for Lagos and the implementation of that plan? Then we talked about Lai Mohammed. We talked about him wanting NBC, that's the Nigeria Broadcasting Commission, to have legal power to regulate online content. He was saying this to the House of Reps. They're holding a public hearing on amending the NBC Act. And he says he wants an addition to the Act that will require online broadcasters to apply to the NBC before they can operate. So that means that before you can run a website or a blog or social media account or online service and put digital content on it, like video or audio or text, you would need an application to be sent to the NBC for them to approve that application. It also means that the NBC will have the power to regulate the content of your online platform the same way they have the power to regulate what we say on air and what we say on TV. Do you think the NBC should have this power over online media? Should the information minister have the power to direct the NBC? Do you think newspaper owners should be concerned about the Press Council bill? I ask that question because they're also discussing the Press Council bill. It's a bill that aims to affect the way newspapers and other press institutions are regulated. And we're hearing alarm bells from the Newspaper Proprietors Association of Nigeria. They're saying that the reps did not invite them to the public hearing. And I wonder if you think that that's being dramatic and the reps can do an amendment without inviting them. Oh, and by the way, we heard from the executive director of the Institute of Media and Services, who says that giving government the power to approve who can broadcast content online will lead to a shrink of the civic space. Because this amendment is seeking to, number one, regulate content online, regulate what that content contains. And he also talked about the power of the minister over the NBC, because right now under the NBC Act, NBC is technically independent. Minister cannot directly make decisions over how it changes the broadcast code or how it regulates. But if these amendments pass, it would give the minister that power. And Akingbolu is against it. He says it could lead to political interference. And then for our final story on the Big Three today, I reminded you of the 774,000 jobs. And I wonder if you know anybody who took part in that program. And I wonder if you know whether they've been paid. 014657190. Hello, thank you for calling us.
Hello, Sandra. How are you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
Alex.
Welcome.
I want to ask you, Sandra, where is the place of democracy in all of what you are saying concerning this NBC and the minister thing? There is no place for democracy in all you are saying.
Okay.
Why don't they I always say this. I'm beginning to sound, even to myself, I'm beginning to sound like a broken record.
Okay.
Why don't you subject your policies to the democratic process? You see, when our reps and all these people gather, who are they speaking for? Have you gone to speak with your constituents? Why don't you subject these things to a democratic process? That's all. That's just all I want to ask.
All right. Thank you for calling to ask it. On WhatsApp, the communication minister and presidency have no right to regulate, ban radio or social media, most especially with the current happenings in Nigeria today. No light, no roads, food hike, insecurity, poverty, killings. Yet you want to shut down our mouths. Thank God we are in a democracy. The markets, students, lawyers, media should sue the minister and the cabals behind them to reject dictatorship in Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to all of us. Now, democracy bring them to power, and we shall also use the construction to fight them back. Salisu sent that message to us. Salisu, Lagos, thank you very much. Lai Mohammed has done more harm to the collective existence of this country with his misinformation than whatever social media has done or will ever do. They cannot stop Nigerians from talking. We are talking because they have totally misruled us, Mokeji Ifanyi says on WhatsApp. Also on WhatsApp, Lai Mohammed is outdated. He cannot come to terms with the digital trend. That's a message from Ijao Dollar. Ijao Dollar, thank you for your message. Sandra, I will not blame Lai Mohammed. He's only acting the script of his master. Mark my word, their target is to gag us against 2023 elections. That's a message from Larry. Larry, thank you for your message. I thought they said laws are made for the people, not the people for the laws. Perhaps Lai is thinking Buhari will tip him for VP in 2023. I ask myself, can I be made to mortgage my generation for lofty political posts? Okay, that's a question that everybody needs to ask themselves, I guess. And we'll take this final message here. Let Buhari put on camouflage at once. Let's know that we are in a military regime. All right, I'll hand you over to the sports team now. I've had a great time bringing you today's Big Three. I do hope you'll enjoy the match between Denmark. I'm trying to remember who the second person is, but I can't right now. Jason, do you watch soccer? No? Do you know so you don't know who's playing today? Kemi, do you watch soccer? No? Okay. My interns are useless. I'm online as Sandra Ezekwesili. Let's keep the conversation going, shall we? I'll be back tomorrow with global stories on the Big Three tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Those are your hard facts, Lagos. Have yourselves a fantastic day.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria